There is a belief that quarantine is an exaggerate measure, and for some people the virus is not a danger to their lives. However, isolation is one of the most important measures to prevent the spread of coronavirus. The World Health Organization explained that it's possible to get infected if someone has a mild cough and no serious symptoms. This is because many carriers may even be asymptomatic. In this context, quarantine or isolation has to limit the movement on the streets, because if the circulating on public roads is reduced, it will be much more difficult to transmit the virus. In our department, the lethality of the virus has been completely null. In addition, the propagation has been managed to diminish considerably, since it was possible to isolate 17 cases that at the moment were confirmed. To what is due this? The isolation was the best measure? The departmental governor shared his point of view.
Definitivamente, a pesar de todo y de que...
Definitely, in spite of everything, and that the population suffers from basic illnesses like arterial hypertension, diabetes, and other defenses in our organism here, our way of eating in some way has been able to influence. The quarantine confinement measures that have fulfilled more than 95% of the community have also helped to avoid the propagation of the COVID, and because basically that is what has served and helped. The closing of the airport, the protocols that have been carried out in the department, that in spite of what happened with the boat we had, we came out ahead, and the important thing is that the protocols and measures that have been taken have served, and hopefully the community will not relax and think that as it is already free of COVID, life returns to normal.
El confinamiento en nuestra condición.
The confinement in our condition as an island, the closing of all the borders has obviously prevented the people of the island from coming into contact with the potential transmitters. However, as far as an epidemiological concept is concerned, I think that it is a double-edged sword, since we are not doing enough sampling, and even if we want to, or we are not going to, end up catching it sooner or later.
Both quarantine and isolation slow down the speed of the spread of the virus, and although this does not eliminate the disease and its root, at least we contribute in a high percentage to its incidence, because being much slower, and with this response, the capacity of health system can deal with the cases. Achieving no peak in the number of people infected at the same time will considerably reduce the number of active cases.